I just pinched my stupid finger trying to set up the camera, so that was fun.
La Mer.
I'm just kidding. Pinched every single place. So I literally have had the first shot of the COVID vaccine yesterday morning in my shoulder, and then today had to go and do my second attempt of a blood draw for my annual doctor's appointment, because when I went there, I think it was 2 weeks ago, basically they tried to get a blood draw and could not, because your girl has some deep veins apparently. So literally last time they had 2 different people attempt to take my blood, and so they jabbed me there and here and then back over here, and then we're like, we may have to go for your hands if we can't. And I was just like, can we not please? So they're like, okay, then come back another day and we'll try again. So that was today, because last week my arms were still bruised from the original attempts. So anyway, today I went back, and today was almost as difficult because it took not 1, not 2, but 3 different people and 3 different tries to get blood again today. Though at least this time they managed to do something. So yeah, today they went in and they first tested this arm, couldn't find a good vein. Then they actually put a needle in my arm here today and couldn't get, no, I stand corrected. The first lady just looked for a vein in this arm. Then she got somebody else because she couldn't really see anything. And she's the first lady who tried last time I was there, so she knew it was gonna be an ordeal. So then they got a second person. She came in and she jabbed my hand here and couldn't get anything. So then she grabbed a third person who first tried my arm here, nothing. And then finally they tried my hand again here in the middle, and that finally worked. So yeah, it was a fun time. Anyway, so it finally worked. I got super nauseous as always and had to spend the next like 30 minutes chilling out in the chair, drinking water and nomming on some pretzel sticks that I had thought to bring with me because I knew it was going to happen if they managed to get the blood. So anyway, that was my morning today, early afternoon. And now I've pinched my finger to all heck trying to set up this camera, so there we are. Anyway, I am wearing a Quidditch World Cup shirt today because I decided to go ahead and make a proper video for April TBR, even though yes, this will be posted like a week late, but you know, we already were where we were with promising the book haul that I posted today. So anyway, so the reason I chose the Quidditch shirt is because it is going to be a pretty much Harry Potter themed TBR, because even though Book Roast is still in the middle of revamping the Magical Readathon to be non-Harry Potter related for years going forward, I was in the need for some Magical Readathon fix all the same while I'm waiting. And so since I actually didn't get a chance to participate in the original Magical Readathon the first year that it was held, I decided I would just go ahead and like retake the 2018 version of the Owls and kind of go from there. We'll see how Newt's goes depending on like the actual like new readathon progress by that point. So anyway, majority of my TBR this month is going to be based on those original Owl's prompts from 2018. And so, here we go. First off is going to be Ancient Runes, and the prompt was to pick a book with a symbol on the cover. And so I ended up getting my anticipated reread squished in for Touched by an Angel from the Doctor Who new series Adventures that I recently gushed over in the review reread on haul, and I was like, I actually really want to reread this even though I just reviewed it because it's been a hot minute, but it was on the back burner. But then I was like, Owls, okay, we're gonna do it. The next exam is going to be for arithmancy, and the prompt for 2018 was to find a book with a number on the cover or in the title, and that is going to go to 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. And that is because this was the Mooney Patreon read that was chosen for the month of March, but I didn't get to it. But I want to go ahead and knock it off because I did literally, it was on my wish list, but I went ahead and like got a copy when I did because of the Mooney reread. So I was anticipating the chance to actually go ahead and read it and not be too far behind. Oh yes, I should probably also have mentioned that because this is kind of like a personal reread, and I did have a few books that I was already like anticipating reading for the month of April, I am allowing myself to break the rules of using a book for multiple prompts. So with that in mind, the next exam is going to be for the astronomy class, and the prompt for 2018 was to read a sci-fi, so Touched by an Angel is coming back again. Next we have Care of Magical Creatures, which was to have a book about or featuring magical creatures or a magical creature on the cover. So we have Chamber of Secrets because it's another book I didn't get to finish, well, really get to it all in the month of March for my annual Potter reread, and so now we're going to read it because there's Fox on the cover. And bring back Chamber of Secrets again for Charms, which is going to be a fantasy book. The next exam is going to be Defense Against the Dark Arts, and the prompt for 2018 was to pick a book featuring or about secret societies or clubs. And I will be honest, I had a devil of a time trying to decide what to pick for this because I couldn't really think, like I was really trying to prioritize books I haven't read before other than Touched by an Angel, and couldn't really think of it because honestly most of these books, like, I don't know enough about them since I haven't read them yet to know if they had a secret society or whatever. But I did recently read The Hate You Give, and they did technically treat like the like gang group that her dad used to be a part of as sort of like a secret but not so secret of the town. So we're gonna use Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. The next class is for Divination, and that is a book featuring prophecies, and once again one that I had a devil of a time trying to figure out because obviously Order of the Phoenix is not yet ready in my Potter reread, and I wasn't really sure beyond that, like, what else do I even have that's prophecies? So this was another one where I kind of branched off slightly, and I chose The Other Side of Heaven by John H. Groberg. And basically this is about John Groberg's mission to Tonga, and that's with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, of which I am a member. And obviously we have like modern day prophets in the church, and obviously he was doing missionary work, so this will fit for a prophecy. It will do. grasping at straws, sort of, kind of, not really. Anyway, I loved the movie when I watched it when I was little, rewatched it again recently, still love it. And just in general, LDS films are just a lovely, underappreciated genre. Okay? I know you may not get all the jokes if you're not a member, but let me tell you, they are hilarious. Anyway, moving along. Herbology, and that is to pick a book with a nature-related word in the title, so we're going back with Concrete Rose. Because rose. Next class is going to be History of Magic, and that is to read a historical fiction. So we're going back into my books from the most recent review we read on haul, and I'm going to finally get to The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak, because apparently almost everyone has read this book and I somehow missed the train over the years. So we're gonna fix that. Next is Muggle Studies, which is to read a Muggle nonfiction book. And so, again, from the review we read on haul, is Binge by Tyler Oakley. The last two classes, first we have Potions, and the prompt was to read something about or featuring alchemy, and my god, alchemy, I don't know, so we're just gonna go pretend potions, and we're gonna bring back Chamber of Secrets for that one too. You know that you do not talk a lot in real life when anytime you try to do something with a video, you end up choking on your own breath. Like me right now. And so the final class is going to be Transfiguration, which is to read a book that deals with shape-shifting or transfiguration or had a cat on the cover. So, I mean, we're just gonna throw in Chamber of Secrets again. So, Chamber of Secrets is just all up in there. But, you know, it's one of my 2 rereads for the month. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So, that basically completes all of the prompts for the owls that I am basically retesting for in the month of April. And I'm excited. Magical Readathon always is a great way for me to like get a bunch of reading done, and just in general, readathons, let me tell you, motivation to read, and I really want some motivation. And then there are actually 2 more books that I had destined for my April TBR that I couldn't fit into the owls, even with me trying to like work it all out. And so the other 2 books that I will be trying to get in this month on top of those 12 prompts, obviously not 12 books, is Everything I Thought I Knew by Shannon Takauka. I still could be pronouncing it wrong. Obviously I am still super far behind reading this arc that I got for back in October. So yeah. I just barely started reading this in December and haven't had the chance to pick it back up again yet. So it's gonna stay on the TBR until we can get back to it. So there's that one. And then the last one that I'm going to try and squeeze in for this month is going to be Ice Cream and Sadness, which I just have the ebook for, which is a bunch of comics from the whole Cyanide and Happiness like series, so to speak. So anyway, it's going to be an interesting month. Hopefully I can pass all the exams from the 2018 original Magical Readathon. If anyone else is also missing the Magical Readathon, please come, you know, commiserate with me, because I'm anxious for new prompts, and this is me just like trying to bring it back to some degree until it's for real again. And yeah. Also, I recently just finished editing through my vlogs from the 2020 nudes, and I don't know about anyone else, but I did not get the closure I wanted because we did not get the diplomas for 2020, and I chose to follow the career of Trader of Magical Tombs, which was new for 2020, of course, so there wasn't a pre-made diploma for me to just slap on the 2020 year for, so it took me a hot minute in Canva, but I have managed to edit myself a diploma from 2020. Yep. We're gonna lead off on that level of desperation. Anyway, I think we're gonna go ahead and leave it here. If you have anything that you want to chat about for any of the books that I mentioned, definitely feel free to do so. And yeah, it's gonna be a crazy month for me, but yeah. In the meantime, if you need me, I'll be reading.